Hey Cleveland, Kristel here with a man who needs no introduction. He's been called Cleveland's rock son, our hometown hero, Michael Stanley, a living legend. So nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so as always, you're hard at work. It's been over 30 years in this industry and 28 albums, I believe.
Yep.
And the most recent one, The Job. Can you tell me a little bit about that one?
Just the latest in what I do. It's kind of, there's the theme being the fact that, this far down the line, I finally decided that this is my job, and this is what I do. People say, well, how do you do these things? I go, well, it's my job. I learned how to do it, and making records and writing songs and doing shows is, what I wanted to do way back when. Never thought I'd still be doing it at this point in the game, but there it is. And so it's a new bunch of tunes that I think I'm pretty proud of, and I hope people like it.
That's amazing. So I'm assuming you must love your job then.
Yeah, I mean, there are things like any job where there are certain things you don't, but at the same time, the dark secret is that most musicians would do it for free, if they really love playing music. So the fact that you actually can make a living at it is that's a great bonus. So when you can get up every day and go, I do want to go to work today, that's a nice thing.
That's amazing. All right, so the Michael Stanley Band will always hold a special place in our hearts. You've had many other projects along the way. Just to highlight a few, you started at the Ghost Poets, but you're also DJing for WNCX 98.5. So you've had a lot of history in the music business. How has that changed you as evolved you as a person and changed your music along the way?
Well, the process has aged me tremendously. Being on the road in a rock band is not there's a lot of fun, and people think it's a 24-hour day party, and it really isn't. Most of it's spent getting to one place to another, and being in hotel rooms that you have no idea what city you're even in, because you're just confused. It just keeps one after another. The old saying goes, they pay you. They don't pay you to do the shows. They pay you for everything else, the travel and all that sort of thing. But when we were at our height back in the 70s and 80s, that was a great time to be in a rock and roll band. Radio was still pretty wide open. Concert things were happening all over the place. And then it kind of changed. The internet changed everything. It made it easier for people to get seen. At the same time, it made it harder for people to get seen because there's so much stuff there. You could be really good and have your things on the internet, and if someone doesn't find you, it's the old tree in the forest type of thing, But so we've watched it change a whole lot over the years, and you just have to adapt to it. But at the same time, you do what you do. I'm not trying to make records like, Nelly or Justin Bieber or this or that.
Yeah.
I do what I do, and if there's an audience for it, you're lucky. And so far, it's held up that way.
Well, you're very well loved here in Cleveland.
Thank you.
Speaking about that, in the Plain Dealer article, back in the archives in 1992, you did say, I would think I would never lose the ability to rock. Is that still true today?
It is true. It is true. Physically, it's harder. You have to spend more time recovering the next day. I look at some of the old videos of the band, and I actually thought I didn't move around a whole lot in the old days. But I look at it now and I go, wow, I was all over the place compared to what I'm doing now. But it's not a untaxing job. We do about a 2.5-hour show, and it's a long night, and you want to keep people interested, and you want to keep the energy up. So you have to kind of train for that. It's not something you can just get off the couch and roll out and do. You got to get ready for it.
Exactly. And speaking about that, you have something coming up. You're really well loved here in Cleveland. So Stanley fans, listen up. Since your shows are always sold out, we want to give everyone a heads up. On Saturday, August 9th at 8 p.m., you and the Resonators will be performing at Cain Park. Give us a little preview of that.
Well, first of all, if you haven't been to Cain Park, a lot of West Siders haven't been to Cain Park. Yeah. It's a great little venue. It's right in the middle of Cleveland Heights. And it's all really like a mini Blossom, and it's the same feel. There's an amphitheater and there's a hill that you can sit on.
Nice outdoors, yeah.
Outdoors, and it's in a beautiful setting there. And last year was the first year we've done it, and everybody in the band loved it, and it was a really good show. The audience was great, so we're looking forward to getting back, and we're going to break out some a couple older things we haven't done for a while and do some of the new stuff. But basically, it's what people want to hear. They want to hear most of the stuff from the old MSB days. So that's about 3/4 of the show. But it will be an energetic night. It'll be a fun night, and we hope everybody comes out.
Well, we can't wait to see you and check it out. I'm glad you're still in the business. I know Cleveland sure loves you, and we can't wait to see what's more to come from you in the future.
Hopefully a lot.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome.